Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Briefing with Labrie, and today I have a tutorial video. I am going to be putting together the jelly tote bag. This dye right now is actually on pre-order. It is a really popular dye, so I do recommend that you pre-order the dye so that way you can have it in your hands as soon as possible. This is going to be the first one I put together, but as you guys can already tell, if you guys are into the whole jelly bag thing, this is definitely going to be a dye for you. I am a huge fan of jelly bags. I have so many of them. They're actually folded up and ready to go. I have been packing, so that's why I have been kind of MIA. Also, I apologize for not posting. I wanted to try and get as many videos out this week, but with the holidays, and I also had my emergency follow-up for the results for my ultrasound and blood work. I do need to schedule a biopsy, so I know that I have been kind of a MIA, but we're trying to figure out what is going on with this lump in my neck. So I said this in a video before that the first doctor I seen, they told me that it was not my lymph node, but you guys, believe it or not, my doctor today told me it was a lymph node. This whole time it was a freaking lymph node, like I have been saying. So yeah, I'm crafting right now to keep my mind off of it. I do have to call tomorrow the ENT specialist and that is on top of me moving in the next like 3-4 weeks. So it's just been kind of a lot, but crafting does keep me sane, so here I am. Okay, anyway, had to get that off my chest just because I do feel bad that I did not post, and you know, I don't want to lose anybody here not posting. So here is the dye and everything that I die cut. I did use obviously multiple dyes. I do like to combine dyes and stuff for my stash, so I will go over that as well. So for the tote bag dye, you need to cut out this piece right here for the front and back of the bag twice, so you have 2 pieces. And then I also cut out the side pieces twice, and I kept one attached to the die so I could show you guys how easily this comes out. But this is what the side looks like, and it has all the little notches here for you to connect the 2 pieces together. And then this is the bottom of the bag, and you can do a layering piece that does do some faux stitching. So for this, I am using that same paper pad that I used with my popsicle box. If you guys have not seen that video, I'll link it down below, as well as at the end of the video, or if I remember, I'll put it up here. But I am using the Tropic Bliss. This, unfortunately, is discontinued. You cannot get it. I don't know if Michaels has come out with a new summer paper pad, or maybe the ones that I hauled. Those are the new ones, but regardless, this is the one I'm using. For this bag, I am trying to go for some like Barbie vibes. I am a huge Barbie girl, so I am trying to go with that. So I chose to do this like floral pattern. It has like a floral piece all around. It's a 12 by 12 piece, and it's supposed to be like a frame, I guess you could say, for a scrapbook layout. But instead, I went ahead and I just cut out the corner. If I can find it, I'll show you guys. It was kind of like a paper like this, but it was like all around, and it was plain white in the middle. And I just cut out the corner that I wanted. Oh, it's right here, this sheet. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay, and then that's what I used for my layering piece for this one right here. So again, you just need 1 of each one, 2 of the side pieces, 2 of the front and back, and then you need this is optional, but this is a little label that you could put onto your jelly bag, and I did die cut the bottom layer and the top layer. I did gold foil paper for this, and the layering piece to go on top is pink cardstock. So that's going to get layered on top. And I did do it for both sides, and then I did die cut extra pieces here, and these are to embellish my bag with. This video, I did all this prep last night. I did have an appointment this morning, so I wanted to try to prep some stuff, and I finished at like 3 a.m. prepping some things. So I did get some stuff put aside here to show you guys on how I'm going to embellish this bag. So let's go ahead and just get started on putting it together. So for this right here, this is kind of how mine came out. Everybody's die cutting machine is different. I use the scrapbook.com. So I use the Magic Mat. This thing, if it's used up a lot, sometimes it doesn't really cut that great, or yeah, you know, sometimes it just doesn't cut great. So I used my trusty chrome precision base plate. And this one does have like, bam. And I use that and it cut it perfectly with one, one little spin. I didn't have to go back or forth. I just had to go one way. I did get a question on how I cut my acetate, and I use that chrome base plate. So that's my key for acetate, because, you know, sometimes it does not cut through. I'll have that link down below for you guys in case you guys would like to buy it, but it definitely is something I like to have for my die cutting machines. So I'm going to go ahead and just take this and my tool, and I'm just going to brush this over. Sorry for the noise. I'm going to brush this over, and then I'll show you guys how easy it is to take out. Okay, so I use this styrofoam, or not styrofoam, but this foam mat, and I just brush my tool over it. And then all you do is take this out. There are little spots here that you can put a pokey tool in. That's not sharp enough. Let's see. And you just take it out. And I did use 110-pound paper, so this is like that darker pink paper from Michaels, and I use that to cut out the bag. Alright, so now I'll put those there, have all these pieces here. Okay, so here we go with the bag. So you just have these little pieces here that you want to bend down here. I'm going to do one side and then I'll speed up the other part. Alright, and then I'm going to use my bone folder. Okay, now what I'm going to do to make this a little bit easier to glue on is I am going to shape this a little bit. So I'm going to use my bone folder, and I'm just going to use this to kind of curl it up a little bit, just a little bit, so that way it has that natural curve. And it'll be easier to glue this onto the base piece. And don't forget, on these larger pieces, there is a bottom part here that you need to glue onto the actual bottom piece too. Okay. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is probably meant to go on the top. I'm not sure. Again, it's my first time making one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and put it at the bottom of the basket here. And again, everybody has different ways of creating 3D projects. So it's all up to you on how you want to do it. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start by doing my side pieces. I feel like that's just going to be a lot easier. So I'm going to add some glue, and I'm just going to add it to these side pieces. And just make sure you're putting it the right way. The bottom piece right here that has the little flap, make sure you have that at the bottom. So I'm just going to glue this. And I'm just going to make sure I'm following the curve of the tote. Okay, and then once that's all done, You just want to make sure it's on there, so I'm just going to use my bone folder and put it down. Perfect. Okay, then I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. I just think it'll be easier. Then I'm just gonna use my hand and kind of cup it like this and just make sure it doesn't move, because sometimes you can, when you're pushing down on these and you're pushing down, sometimes you end up shifting it and then it just moves. So just want to make sure it's on there like so. Perfect. How easy is that? Okay, and then next we're gonna do these, so I'm just gonna pull these up and I'm gonna go ahead and glue this side first. And I guess you can even glue this down first too, but again, everybody has their own way, so don't follow me if this seems difficult. I'm okay with that. I always like to make things difficult for myself, so let's add glue. And then I'm gonna put this on. But yeah, you guys, so I was talking to my doctor. Well, it was a different doctor than the first one, and I told him that the first doctor told me that it was not a lymph node and that it was probably just like some kind of tissue, but he was like, nope, that's definitely a lymph node. I was like, oh, that's cool. Nice. So they put in a referral for me today because since I'm moving, he said that he's just going to try to put it in today and hope that it gets approved right away, and luckily it did. I guess all that really matters is getting the actual appointment. So, and I'm not going to be living in the same city, so insurance things are going to change, and yeah, I might have to, he told me I would have to start over, so I'm trying to come up with something that I could do. Okay, as I wait for this to kind of dry, I'm gonna keep talking because I like talking. Anyway, so their main concern, they were, when they did the ultrasound, they actually saw a total of 6 lymph nodes, you guys. That was including like the big one that I've been having for a while that I noticed. And the only thing is that I told him that day I started coughing and my son was sick, and that I don't know if that's the reason why they were seeing more lymph nodes was because I was sick. And, you know, I went in with a mask too because I knew my son was sick. I was like, I'm not going to risk it and, you know, go to the doctors, and I was around someone that was sick. He just had a cold, but yeah, I was like coughing, and y'all heard me in my videos. I sounded kind of rough, but yeah, he told me it did interrupt the ultrasound since now that he knows that that happened. But we're, you know, of course, we're going to continue making sure that we can figure out what it is that's on my neck. So biopsy is the next move, which I am totally fine with. I was hoping he was going to say that we were going to do a biopsy because I don't know. My blood work came back like all good. But, oh yeah, it fits perfectly. Look at that. Oh my goodness, this is the cutest thing. But yeah, so now it's just the waiting game and just trying to figure out what it is really that's on my dang neck. I mean, it's not massive. It's not like you could be like, oh shoot, she got this huge lump on her neck. But if you feel it, it's there. It was 3 centimeters, you guys, so I don't know what that means. I mean, I know that it's not a good size. But anyway, just crafting to keep my mind off of it for a bit. And I did some packing of the kids' stuff, so I was like, yeah, I need to get in that room. I am overwhelmed. So maybe you could do this beforehand, but it works fine for me. So I'm just going to add this into here. And I'm just going to use my bone folder and press it down. Okay. So there is the bag. Really easy to put together, you guys, and it's a good sized bag. You can put some stuff in here. I do have some ideas that I want to you know, record and whatnot, so just keep an eye out for those. I'm doing my best here to record, edit, and post everything. But here is the layering piece. I could have done this beforehand too, honestly. Okay. So now I'm just gonna put that on. Okay. Cool. So here it is. This is the inside. How pretty. And there's even some gold foiling on there. And then you got this. And this is going outward, but you literally just need to, you could curl it back in. So it's not doing all that weird stuff. There we go. It's a little better. How easy was that though? I just talked a lot. All right. So now that's how the basket is, you know, basically the main part of it. The next part would be this here. So this just goes onto this part, and I'm going to glue this down to the bag. Okay, perfect. How cute. Okay, and then this right here I am going to put on foam, because who am I without the foam? You guys notice I got a new jacket for my videos. I turn the AC on and it's like right on my back, so I usually have to have one on me here. Okay, so I'll pop that bad boy on there. And I am going to use hot glue because that is foil, so just to make sure. I'm going to add that there and then do the same thing to the back here. Okay, bam. So that's how that's looking. Okay, and of course, you know me, I gotta do some embellishing. So if you guys just wanted to see the tutorial part, you guys can go ahead and end the video. But I do suggest watching how you can embellish it. I mean, I'm not gonna force y'all, but here we go. So for the dies that I used today to embellish, I did use one die from my stash, which is this one right here. And I will link it down below. I used these green pieces right here for it. This one, I don't know if I'll be able to link it. We'll see if I could find one available. But I did use that. And then I used, everything else was ScrapDiva. I did use some of her older dies, I think. One of her older dies. So from the new, as you guys can see, I already cut into it. But the new beach ball die, I used the bikini part. I used that from this die. From the flip-flop mini album, I used the flowers, so the floral pieces. This is what they look like. And I used those from this set in case you guys want to know where those flowers came from. And then I also used the new Summer Words #2 die, and I used the word sunshine from here. And then this is the sand bucket die from last year, and I used the adorable, my favorite starfish dies. I have a lot of them. I don't know if I have it on this one, but I have a lot of starfish and I always go to this one. So this was her, again, her bucket die. I will have this down below. And I also used another one of her dies, which I've shared. It was from her June release. It is the 3D foam flower die. And I am going to use leftovers from that die. I just didn't bring it in here because I forgot. But those are all the dies. Again, they will all be listed down below for you guys. But let's go ahead and get started on embellishing this. Parts of this probably will get sped up. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, but we are going to be creating some flowers, so that'll be fun. Brought that in. Okay, so what I'm going to start off by doing is gluing all these pieces down, because I did, again, like I said, die cut the word sunshine and the bathing suit, and those little bikini pieces and the sunshine do need to be layered. So I'm going to add just some glue onto here. I die cut it out of pink paper and yellow, and these papers are actually from, oh, the bottom is cardstock. It's just scrap. But the yellow did come from that paper pad. So at least the yellow matches pretty well. And I'm just going to add the eye. And everyone asked me what tool I use to pick up my diamond dots and stuff. I will link this down below for you guys. I found a great deal for them, so there's that one. Perfect. So here's sunshine. It's just in yellow and pink, because you guys know those are my favorite colors. And I'm going to do this here, the one piece. And she does actually have a new bathing suit. Oh yeah, this is the new one. She has an older one, which I might bring in another video. But I did make some tags using the larger one, so I'll make sure to have that video linked as well. And this cute, well, I guess all her little bathing suits, they have a little bow that you can put on there. So I did cut that out with gold glitter paper because I found a scrap piece. I was going to use gold mirror, but I really love the glitter, so I went with that instead. And that's what that looks like. Super easy. Okay, and then now let's put some flowers together. So this flower is the one that I showed you guys that comes from the Flip Flop mini album die set from July release. And what I'm going to do is, again, very simple. I'm just going to lift up these petals, and that's all I'm going to do for this one. If you guys are interested in a tutorial for flowers, I will have it linked as well, because I do have one using her dies. And all I'm going to do is just offset the two flowers from each other. And I am going to use hot glue. Oop, for that. And offset them. And I'm not going too crazy on embellishing this. I definitely wanted to, but it was getting so late and I really want to get a video out for you guys. So, oh wait, snap. I was not supposed to layer that up onto each other. Can I save it? Yes. Oh my gosh. I just got so lucky. We're not making flowers today, you guys, because I forgot. I was just going to use these as is, because these leaves, if you layer them on top of each other and you offset them, you don't see them. And I wanted you to be able to. So this is how I'm going to, we are making flowers, just not the way I was doing it right now. Sorry, guys. All right, so I am going to add hot glue to the bottom of this. And I am going to put it onto the leaf here. And just offset it to where you could see the leaves. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing to this one. It's okay that this has like some kind of weird thing in the middle from the hot glue. So it'll look just like this. And then I have these, right? So these are the ones I told you guys about. These are the foam flowers. I've done a tutorial on how I use these on a baby girl dress invitation type thing. And all I'm going to do is just add these to the middle. And they're already in yellow. I'm cool with the different shades as well. And I'm just going to add them on. Just trying to use leftovers so that way they're not just sitting in my dies. How cute is this? Okay. I think that looks cute. Alright, and then I'm going to do this one. This is a little bit of a different yellow than this one. So this is going to have two different shades of yellow on this one flower. And I'm just going to add hot glue. Okay, so those are the flowers. And to me, those look really summery. And then I found these, and I will also link these flowers down below as well. These came from a lemon die set, and I don't know where I put them, but I might use it to decorate the purse a little farther. So we will try and use these. I'll put those back. And here are the flowers. And of course, you already know I'm going to be adding stuff to the middle, but how cute did these turn out? I'm kind of glad they came out the way they did. I am loving the colors too. Okay, so now we can bring this back. And I'm only going to decorate the front. You can decorate the back if you would like. But again, this was kind of rushed, so I'm just gonna throw these on here. Alright, so my plan is to have them go like this on the corner of the little label that's on there. And I'm also going to add these little monstera leaves. And I have, do I have palm? Yeah. So I'm gonna put this one here. I'm going to glue it on there like that. So I am going to add the glue onto here. This should be fine. And then place it onto here. And there are holes, so just make sure you don't burn yourself if it does go through, just like mine did, but I didn't get burnt. Okay. And then I'm just going to add hot glue where I know it'll be covered, and just glue that down. Okay, so there is that, and then I did die cut some of these starfish, and I was thinking of just kind of scattering these around, debating on if I want the pink one. Okay, So I'm going to go with this yellow. And then if you know, if you're giving this to someone in particular, you can add their little initial with a letter or sticker. Okay. How cute. Does this not give you Barbie vibes, like summer vibes? I don't know. To me it is. And then this is the back. I know it's plain, but I'm just going to add this right here. So that way it has the little starfish, and I'll do yellow. Okay, and then I have those little flowers. I was thinking of bringing in those flowers that I used from Hobby Lobby. However, I don't know where they're at. So let me try and add these, because these are kind of similar. Okay, so what I'm going to do is look for something to put in the middle of these flowers. Also these ones. I think I'm going to do the same like rhinestones that I used before. So I'll probably use these, and then I'm going to look for something for the middle of these ones. And we'll see what else I could do with this to make it look cuter. I do have these, which I have a plan for, so I will go ahead and do that as well. Okay, you guys, so for this right here, I gotten asked, I think, before where I got this. It's not available anymore. I checked. I tried to put it on my Amazon storefront, and it's not there. It's unavailable, it says. So I linked a couple other things, I think, on there of rhinestones that I also use, but this particular one is not available. Alright, so I am going to add, I think, some of these yellow ones, honestly. I don't really use these much. Ooh, these might be too big. Yeah, these actually might be too big. Luckily, I left these up here, so we could try these. Let's see. Alright, so there's that. And then I did want to add some of these heart stickers. Oh no, I just wiped this one off. Okay, gotta make sure it's dry. There we go. Alright. Oh, this one keeps coming off. I don't ever really have a problem with these with Barely Arts glue, so I think it just knocked it off and the glue disappeared. So okay, now what we're gonna do is, or what I'm gonna do is do these. So what I wanted to do was try and make a little dangle, and you guys know me, I do paper dangles, and ugh, this thing is so, my cut is gross. But I think I'm gonna do it on this side. Is that weird? I just don't want it to cover up my floral arrangement here that I have going on. So, and I forgot to do my diamond dust. Oh no. And these things are not dry yet. Well, we'll see what we could do. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it on this side. I don't care. It is what it is. So, oh my gosh. Seriously? Come on. Allie? I don't know. AliExpress is going off on the messages. Okay. So, I have this 1/16 inch hole punch, and what I'm going to do is try to punch in between the S here where the little hole is. Oh my gosh, can't even see. Right here. So I'm going to try to punch that out. I'm going to try to do it more up on the top, just so that way I can put a little ring on there. And it's just going to hold on like this. Let me get some jump rings. Oops. Okay, so these ones right here are from Temu. And I did do a unboxing of them. Really inexpensive. And I'm just going to use this big one here. Right, so I have these. Get that out the way real quick. Like so. Again, nothing crazy. If I had more time, then sure. But for now, that'll do. So it just has this sunshine and a little bathing suit. Yeah, that's it. I am gonna do the diamond dust around here, which I'm probably gonna do off camera because I don't want you guys to have to see that mess. But you guys will, I don't know. You know what? Let's just do it. F it. Whatever. We're already here. It's going to be hard regardless. But y'all can just watch it. So what I'm going to do is what I normally do. And add my glue. And I'm going to do it to the ends of these here. Wouldn't be surprised if I lost one of the gold balls again. And I will have my diamond dust. I have gotten asked where I get it. I will have it linked below. I've had mine forever. I have 2 of them. And I've had this one for years, you guys. Years. And I use them all the time. So you don't need 2 of them. And they're pricey sometimes. Okay, how can I do this? Nope. Alright, well, here we go. So this is my little paint palette that I turned into a catch-all type thing. I used this in college and don't use it anymore. And it was so expensive, you guys. This thing was crazy expensive. I was not trying to throw that away. Okay. Let's just use this. I'm just gonna get a little bit and sprinkle it on. Obviously you want to do this beforehand, guys. Okay, and then, oh, carefully. Again, you want to be careful getting this everywhere because they can cut you. Okay, I think that's good. Make sure these are flipped around. And then all I do is just take this, I just cut down copy paper, printer paper, and fold it up and dump it back in. Got a little bit of the pink. Okay. And I could reuse that because it wasn't glitter. Most of the time my glitter, I usually throw it away because I don't want to cross-contaminate. But let's go ahead and show you guys. I know this video was long. I hope you guys didn't mind me talking. You guys, so this is going to get put in between my ending of the video because I didn't add any kind of rhinestone and it's bothering me. I've been staring at this for like the past 20 minutes and I can't move on to anything else until I add it, so that's what I'm going to do. And so what I'm going to do is add my glue, And these are from We Are Memory Keepers. I have not been able to find them. You can use whatever you have in your stash. You can do rhinestones, you can do pearls, you can do anything. But I'm using these because I think they will look cute. And I'm just going to put them on the little strap part right here and see how that looks. Just because this part right here is a little bit wider and I think that might look a little weird. So I'm just going to go up to the end here and try to add these. Okay, you guys, so here is the finished bag. I just went ahead and added those rhinestones to the handle. I am going to do the other side as well, so that way at least it does have that shine and it's not just too plain on the back. And then the last thing I did that I didn't do on camera was I did add some diamond dots to, oh, and it shifted. I just did it. So this part right here, I added just some diamond dots to the bikini part because I felt like it needed something else. I was going to diamond dot the sunshine, but there's just two little areas here that just won't reach. So, or like be large enough, I guess you could say, to have the diamond dots on there. So that's how the back looks. Here is the front. Again, I am going to add these off camera, but I wanted to get this video out, so I'm showing you guys what I have right now. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, this die is out for pre-order, so if you guys would like to grab it, I do suggest grabbing it now, and I also suggest grabbing the flip-flop mini album while you can as well for pre-order, just so they come in together and you guys have it prepared to be able to use them. But if you guys would like to know anything if you guys would like to know any other information about the products I used today, they will be in the description box up above, or no, sorry, the description box down below. And if you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below. But I hope you guys have a great day, whatever day it is that y'all are watching this, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!